Hello and welcome to David's World. Right now we are standing in front of our industrial oven. It is coal powered, so is provided with one coal totem to provide the power for it. Like any piece of equipment, it only requires one coal totem. I have seen plenty of people who use more of them. It's just a waste of your totem. So why are we standing in front of the oven? And what is the problem? Well, actually the problem is simple. I would show that this oven is robbing us. So let's open the chest, and as you see, when you open the chest, you get your full inventory, and therefore you end up with a whole pile of stuff that the oven just doesn't take. And if you put it into the oven, it will destroy it. It's the easiest thing to say. Put an item that doesn't go into the oven and it eliminates that item. You don't get it back. It will just kill it. So what I'm going to do, and if you see the number on my door, I have 1120 door. So we're going to go to 1080 as the number that should show up here. 1080 to 1120 is 40 items. We are going to hopefully put 40 items into the industrial chest with the direction out, which will then send it through the oven to the chest at the other side, which is set up for in. If more than 40 items go, we will minus off the additional items above the 40 to just have 40. But as you will see, when we do this, and something that I found is that we are being scammed. This oven is actually losing us money if we use it in this manner. So we have to do this really quick to get the items in, because if you don't, it actually just adds items to the ones in the first column, which is this one here. This box here goes down when it sends out, so it stops you from getting all in. So we can't just click the single item and say cook that. We have to click 8 times to get 8 times 5 into the chest. So let's try and get this done as quickly as possible so we don't send in more than 40. And as you see, we've got 3 more in than what's supposed to be in. So we will minus 3 items off whatever is cooked out of the chest. Now, you would assume now that you're going to get 40, in this case 43 loaves of bread, which therefore will fill this 40 chest and have 3 left over. I will say to you, we're not going to get that. So what we're going to do, and why this happens, is this. Look how fast the dough is going in, and look how fast the bread is coming out. The dough goes in at a faster rate than the bread coming out. The machine is supposed to remember how many it has, but it doesn't. So as we say, no more doughs coming out. The out chest is now empty. We should still get bread for a while because it's slower. Now to fix this item is simple. Set the out rate of this chest the same as the cook rate, and then we wouldn't have it. Technically all you want is 1 or 2. It looks like we're now done. Let's check in the oven. There is no more bread listed there. Now as you instantly see, we have used 43 dough. There should be 3 loaves of bread sitting on this industrial chest, and there is not. We've instantly lost, even without opening the chest, 3 loaves of bread out of that 40. Now, this chest may be full, but I will think it still has space, and the number on that last, they all won't have 5. So, are we ready? The big reveal, drum roll, And there we go. There is actually 9 missing inside the chest on top of the 3 additional. That makes the worst total I have ever had doing this test. We are actually 9 loaves of bread short. Now let's get this back into the 40. We should have 6 more. We should have 9 more loaves there, as well as 3 were lost. So that is pretty bad. That is lost income. That is wasting your time using this type of system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty it, and we're going to do it again and see if we have any worse. We have 1077 minus 40 is 1037. Let's see if I can click faster on the mouse to get the stuff to go in faster. That might have just been 1. So once again, as you see, the dough goes in faster, the bread comes out slower. As you see, there's no bread then. You get 3, a gap, but you're still having bread dough come in the other side. Now, how many do you think we're going to have this time? We are closer to the 40 now. We actually put 41. But there's nothing we can do. We can't physically just tell it to put 40 in. And you have to be really quick clicking the button to get them in before it sends it out. So let's see how long we're going to wait for. As you see, it still says it's full. It is actually over full. As you see, it's filling up with its overfill. As long as 1 flashes in, that means that was it getting it too fast. And let's see on this second attempt what our losses are. As you see, it's now empty. Nothing more has been put in. There is no more dough, no more bread going to come out of the oven. So let's start at this side. Empty. So we put 40 in. You've seen the 40 go in. The oven is empty. So how many of the 40, actually 41, but we'll just say it 40, we are 8 short. So for every 40 we are losing between 8 and 9 items. That is not acceptable. That is you physically looking at these loaves of bread and looking at 9. You need 18 pieces of wheat to make the 9 loaves of bread. 2 wheat makes 1 dough. So you are losing that much. Now when you take that loss in the oven and do it with cakes and do it with things which are worth 200 coin, lossing 8 items at 200 coin is £1,600 every time you pass 40 items through that piece of machinery like that. The only way to use the industrial oven is to open it here and click here. If you slowly click, then it will lose 1 item off the edge. So if you click every 2 seconds, it will then lose 1, and as soon as it loses 1, you click like that. Then what items you put into the oven to cook will all get into the chest for you to collect. That is the only way to use the industrial oven, and the only speed saving is 2 items. 1, because you have the coal totem, so you have to have the expense of the coal totem to coal it, and 2, you still have to come out after 40 items to empty your chest, but you don't have to click on the item to remove it, but instead you're clicking on the box and having to click on the items in the box. So over the furnace, the small furnace, that is the difference between the industrial and the small furnace for how much you are paying to get the industrial oven. So, big shocking news, the industrial oven, and not just the industrial oven, but the industrial smelter does exactly the same thing, that if you put in 40 items, you will not get 40 items back. So if you're doing that with your iron ore or your gold, look at what you are losing if you are trusting it to give you 40 items back. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.